Okay, so I was continuing to weave, and my selvage actually broke. So basically, as you can see here, okay, it's this is where it there was originally a knot. This had broken actually quite a while back. I made a little knot, and I think from the abrasion of the reed going back and forth, it must have actually broken it. So the question is, how do you repair a broken thread? Now, typically, broken threads usually will happen in the middle. Let me put all these down there. They'll happen in the middle of your weaving. This happens to be a selvage. So I'm going to show you how to repair a broken thread in the hopes that it actually works for the selvage, because I've actually never really broken a selvage before, but theoretically it should work. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to use you can use a regular pin. I like to use what we call T-pins. Let me just pull one out here. Okay, so I bought a set basically of T-pins that are larger ones and smaller ones. I think a small one should be perfectly fine. Okay. And what you basically want to do is that you're going to put it in such a way, and I'm going to have to put it very, very close, unfortunately, to the edge here. Okay, considering it is the selvage pin here. Whoops. Okay. And basically, what you're going to do, and unfortunately it might be difficult to see because of the fact that, unfortunately, okay, so, because it's got silver on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do basically a figure eight, okay? And I'm just going to do that for a few, just enough to secure it so that it's not going to let go as I start to continue to weave, okay? And then I'm going to hide. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now, to be perfectly honest, I think I'm going to try and see if I can get that somehow closer. I don't like that. It's a little bit too far. Let's see if I can maybe, could I do, not sure here if it's going to work. Let's see if I go downwards. Usually I go across. Typically, no, that's not going to work in terms of, no, I'm going to have to go across this way. Now, if anybody's ever had a selvage, floating selvage break, that would be really nice to know what the heck you did. Because as I said, if this is in the middle, it's usually not an issue. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with the camera in the way, which is not the easiest thing to do. Alright, so there. Okay. So I've done a few of them. It feels like it's secure. It's going to go to the back. I'm going to put my floating selvage hanging off the back beam again. Okay. There we go. And then basically that should be good enough, and I'm going to continue on. So what's going to happen is that as I weave, okay, as I weave through here, this new one is going to take the place of the old one, and you're not going to notice at all that there is any difference. Okay? Now, as I said typically in the past, usually it's one of these threads. The same thing. You would put the thread back through the heddle. You would put the thread back through the dent in the correct place. And usually I will, as I said, I will usually pin it a little bit further from wherever it is I am. I could have actually pinned it closer down here if I wanted to. Instead of it being, is it going to hit? No, it should be fine. Okay. I could have pinned it a little bit further down if I'd wanted to. Same thing. And then basically it will, when I remove it in the end, I'm going to actually put this downward so I don't poke myself. Okay. But basically, it will incorporate itself, and then you're going to be fine as, within a, probably like if I do another ½ centimeter or centimeter of actual weaving, I will be able to remove this pin, and at the end I'll be able to just clip that loose end there. Sorry. Okay, so basically I've done my weaving. I weaved about an inch worth afterwards. So what I'm going to do now, okay, because it's firmly ensconced at this point, I'm just going to let it go here. Okay, and then I'm just going to leave that here. All right, and I will deal with it towards the end there as more weaving gets in, and I've taken it off. I will just snip it so that it's not possible to see. Again, you don't have to use a T-pin. You can use just a regular stick pin that has a ball, like a quilting pin, for example, would do just fine as well. It helps. All right. And have yourself a great day. And hopefully you have no broken threads to deal with, but it is not uncommon, especially depending on the type of a fiber that you use. Some will be more prone to breakage than others, but don't panic if that happens because it's easily fixable. All right, have yourself a great day. Bye.